All right, we're starting a new read aloud. Okay, we did some picture books. We're moving into chapter books. So I told you I ordered the sequel to the one and only Ivan. It's called The One and Only Bob, about the dog. It's being shipped on May 5th through Amazon, so I should have it soon after, and I really want to finish the year reading that. So I was like, what do I read now? Because it can't be too long, because I want to have time for The One and Only Bob. So I am going to read Love That Dog. Some of you have read this, and it's a good book. Okay, if you have not read it, I would suggest you read it. It's by Sharon Creech, who's an amazing author. But the way this is set up, it's in, the little boy's name is Jack, and he's in Miss Stretchberry's class. Okay, and this year it's room 105. So it's set up as dates and poems in which he's writing back and forth to his teacher. Sometimes they refer to poems that she has taught them to study in class. And if you go to the back of the book, when they talk about the poems, you'll see the one titled Tiger is here. You just go to the back and find them. Dog is here. So you kind of move back and forth with it. Now, if you like this read aloud, and I know that some of you have asked, was there a second book to Matilda? There's not, but you could read other books by the same author. But if you like Love That Love That Dog, there is Hate That Cat. This comes after it. So I'm going to start reading this today, and hopefully we'll finish it in the next couple of weeks. This is called Love That Dog by Sharon Creech. And I love it because it can be really short because of the poetry. Jack, room 105, Miss Stretchberry, September 13th. I don't want to, because boys don't write poetry. Girls do. September 21st. I tried, can't do it, brain's empty. The ink is blue, which I think is pretty cool. September 27th. I don't understand the poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens and why so much depends upon them. If that is a poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens, then any words can be a poem. You've just got to make short lines. So I'm going to switch to the back and read The Red Wheelbarrow. The Red Wheelbarrow by William Carlos Williams. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. And then he wrote, October 4th, do you promise not to read it out loud? Do you promise not to put it on the board? Okay, here it is, but I don't like it. So much depends upon a blue car splattered with mud speeding down the road. October 10th. What do you mean, why does so much depend upon it, a blue car? You didn't say before that I had to tell why. The wheelbarrow guy didn't tell why. So we can infer that his teacher's asking him to tell him more. October 17th. What was up with the Snowy Woods poem you read today? Why doesn't the person just keep going if he's got so many miles to go before he sleeps? And why do I have to tell more about the blue car splattered with mud speeding down the road? I don't want to write about that blue car that had miles to go before it slept. So many miles to go in such a hurry. We're going to flip to the back and read about the blue car. Is it back here? Maybe it's not. No, it's not. October 24th. I am sorry to say I did not really understand the Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright poem, but at least it sounded good in my ears. That's why we read poems 2 and 3 times. I'm going to read this one. This is called The Tiger by William Blake. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? I am sorry to say I did not really understand the Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright poem, but at least it sounded good in my ears. Here is the blue car with tiger sounds. Blue car, shining bright in the darkness of the night. Who could see you speeding by like a comet in the sky? I could see you in the night, blue car, shining bright. I could see you speeding by like a comet in the sky. Some of the tiger sounds are still in my ears, like drums beat, beat, beating. October 31st. Yes, you can put the 2 blue car poems on the board, but only if you don't put my name on them. November 6th. They look nice typed up like that on the blue paper on a yellow board. But still don't tell anyone who wrote them, okay? And what does anonymous mean? Is it good? Do you know what anonymous means? That means author doesn't want to say. November 9th. I don't have any pets, so I can't write about one. And especially, I can't write a poem about one. So can we infer, does Jack like writing poetry? Probably not. Does his teacher keep encouraging him? It appears that way. November 15th. Yes, I used to have a pet. I don't want to write about it. You're going to ask me why not, right? I want you to make a prediction why he doesn't want to write about his pet. November 22nd. Pretend I still have that pet. Can I make up a pet, a different one, like a tiger or hamster, a goldfish, turtle, snail, worm, flea? November 29th. I liked those small poems. Do you see small is real tiny? When they're small like that, you can read a whole bunch in a short time. And then in your head are all the pictures of all the small things from all the small poems. I liked how the kitten leapt into the cat poem and how you could see the long head of the horse in the horse poem. And especially, I liked the dog in the dog poem because that's just how my yellow dog used to lie down with his tongue all limp and his chin between his paws, and how he'd sometimes chomp on a fly and then sleep in his loose skin, just like that poet Miss Valerie Worth says in her small dog poem. And I'm going to turn to the back to Valerie Worth's dog poem. Under a maple tree, the dog lies down, lolls his limp tongue, yawns, rests his long chin carefully between his front paws, looks up, alert, chomps with heavy jaws at a slow fly, blinks, rolls on his side, sighs, closes his eyes, sleeps all afternoon in his loose skin. Leaves feel like you can kind of like pull up their skin a little bit. They kind of got like rolls on the skin part. December 4th. Why do you want to type up what I wrote about reading the small poems? It's not a poem, is it? I guess you can put it on the board if you want to, but don't put my name on it in case other people think it's not a poem. So he doesn't feel too good about himself as a writer, does he? December 13th. I guess it does look like a poem when I see it typed up like that. She must have retyped it for him. But I think maybe it would look better if there was more space between the lines. He's being picky now, isn't he? Like how I first wrote it the first time. And I liked the picture of the yellow dog you put beside it. But that's not how my yellow dog looked. January 10th. I really, really, really did not get the pasture poem you read today. The Pasture by Robert Frost. I'm going out to clean the pasture spring. I'll only stop to rake the leaves away and wait to watch the water clear I may. I shan't be gone long, you come too. I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young, it totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long, you come too. This is why we read poems 2 and 3 times, for them to make sense. So Jack's like, I really, really did not get the pasture poem you read today. I mean, somebody's going out to the pasture to clean the spring and to get the little tottery calf. While tottering, he can't walk real yet. While he's out there and he isn't going to be gone long, and he wants you, who is you, to come too? I mean, really. And you said that Mr. Robert Frost, who wrote about the pasture, was also the one who wrote about those stormy woods and the miles to go before he sleeps. Well, I think Mr. Robert Frost has a little too much time on his hands. We got sassy little Jack. January 17th. Remember the wheelbarrow poem you read the first week of school? We talked about the wheelbarrow. Let's go back to it. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rain water beside the white chickens. So remember the wheelbarrow poem you read the first week of school? Maybe the wheelbarrow poet was just making a picture with words, and someone else, like maybe his teacher, typed it up, and then people thought it was a poem because it looked like one typed up like that. And maybe that's the same thing that happened with Mr. Robert Frost. Maybe he was just making pictures with words about the snowy woods and the pasture, and his teacher typed them up, and they looked like poems. So people thought they were poems. Like how you did with the blue card things and reading the small poems things on the board typed up, they look like poems, and the other kids are looking at them and they think they really are poems, and they are all saying, who wrote that? We're going to stop right there.